How do you explain that the earliest Christian texts, including the epistles, clearly say that Jesus is the Son of God who died for our sins? That's number one. Number two, what is the Injil, the good news? What exactly did Jesus promise?
So maybe the earliest extant Christian texts do teach that. I think Paul did teach that, and some of the epistles do. But the early Jewish Christians, led by James, the brother of Jesus, they did not believe that Jesus died for sins. In fact, Jesus himself didn't believe it. And as I said, the author of the Gospel of Luke and the book of Acts, he doesn't believe that Jesus died for sins. And one other corroboration of that is the early Jewish Christians, after the resurrection of Jesus, they continued to practice the Torah. They continued to go to the temple and offer sacrifices there. But if Jesus' death was an atoning sacrifice for sins, why would the early Jewish Christians, after Jesus' resurrection, continue the Torah and continue temple sacrifice to the point they even forced Paul to perform a Nazarite sacrifice? So there's an inconsistency. As for the term Jesus is the Son and God, I don't have time to discuss it here, but I would dispute that the Gospels actually teach that Jesus is God.
Now, notice, ironically, he quotes Luke, who wrote Acts, to tell you that the Jews continue to observe temple sacrifices, but that's the same Luke and Acts that present Jesus and his followers as affirming the divine sonship of Jesus Christ. So he wants his cake and eat it too. And secondly, you just argued from silence. To say that Luke did not mention the atonement is not the same as saying he denied the atonement. As an academic, you don't want to make these leaps in logic because that's a logical fallacy. And thirdly, you're wrong. In Luke 22:19-20 and Acts 20:28, there we're told that Jesus will shed his blood for the new covenant, which is for the forgiveness of sins. So stop parroting Bart Ehrman, who's been refuted, and stay current with current scholarship. So you're wrong. And if it is corrupted, the Quran is wrong because it's telling Christians to judge by that gospel. The only gospel they had is the New Testament, which means, again, the Quran is wrong and Muhammad is a false prophet. Can't have your cake and eat it too. I'm sorry, Andani.